It's Chris Mullins with Lawyers Tell All, and today I'm interviewing Raquel Gomes, and Raquel is going to tell you about herself. Go for it, Raquel.
Yay. Well, I am originally from Brazil. I live in Miami, Florida. I am an entrepreneur, a business owner. I am a mom, a wife, and most importantly, I'm a woman. I'm myself, like I,
Yeah,
I like to say.
but I met you maybe several months ago or something.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. We met in Delray Beach. I think it was in April this year or March. EGI Live. Yeah, that's when we connected and then now we're here.
Yeah, and I remember sitting like in the I don't know the lobby area or something like that,
Yeah.
and I just said, tell me about yourself, and so you were telling me your story. So why don't you tell me about your story?
Yeah, okay. Well, so I am the youngest of six siblings. I was born and raised in the south of Brazil. I stayed there until I was about 25, that's when I moved to the US. And I was raised by a very traditional family. My family was very religious. My dad was a successful entrepreneur, and my mom was a stay-at-home mom. And I was their little girl, and they raised me telling me that because I was a girl, I had to choose. I couldn't have everything I wanted. So I had to choose between either a successful career or happy family and personal life. So I grew up hearing that. And that's what I was telling you, because you're like, hey, how did Stafi came about, right? Tell me about your story. And that never sat well with me. It always created this inner fire. And I believe that that's what led me to study psychology. And when I went to study psychology, I wanted to challenge those limiting beliefs that I had learned growing up, because it never sat well with me. I was like, this cannot be true. Why could my brothers live a full life and have everything and not have to choose? And I had to choose because I was a woman. And I found out that my mission early on was started with helping myself, but then also helping women believe that they could have anything that they wanted from life. So then I worked as a psychologist for a few years, and I moved to the US to pursue an MBA in international business. And then when I was done, I started working for large corporate America. And I started as a sales representative, and I climbed the corporate ladder. I became an executive, and I was managing large teams. And my dad was a workaholic. He sacrificed a lot of his time and health, family time, in the name of his business success. And that was my model. That was my role model growing up. And earlier in my career, I was following my dad's footsteps. I was like overworking, I was traveling. I thought that in order to be successful, I had to really overwork, and I was traveling every week. I was home only on weekends. And then I got pregnant, and then I had a baby, and everything changed. So I hit my breaking point when I said I was 3 months old, and both my husband and I had to go on different business trips, and we didn't have who to leave her with. And I approached my boss, and he was totally disinterested about my problem. Just said, you have to go. And for me, that was what made me really rethink everything. And I had to go into a really deep self-development journey to really break those habits or challenge limiting beliefs that I had up to that point growing up, because I was a micromanager. I was overly controlling about everything. Delegation was never part of my mindset or my vocabulary. So it's interesting that now my business is about helping business owners really delegate and grow and grow from a place of abundance, right? Not from a place of scarcity. And yeah, so that's kind of my mission, is really to help business owners, law firm owners, especially women. I believe like our entire model was created having the female law firm owner in mind. Obviously, male lawyers also benefit from it. But when I wanted to create a company that provided a lot of support so that they could truly delegate and they could really become the CEOs that they're supposed to be, but also they had time to do the things that are important for them in their personal lives. Because success doesn't have to happen in the detriment of your personal life, right? I believe that all of us should be able to do everything that we enjoy. We should be able to stop working at 6 p.m. and have dinner with our families. We should be able to take multiple vacations as business owners and be truly disconnected and have a business at the same time that is growing and flourishing. And that's the whole concept behind Stafi.
So how long have you been doing Stafi? How long now?
So it's been about 10 years, but it started as kind of a side business. And when we started, it was focused on different industry. It was for high-tech companies. So we're providing talent to large corporations that were in the telecommunication space and the technology space, and then evolved into, we're niche to law firms right now. We only work with law firms.
I don't remember how that happened, the law firm part. I don't remember.
It was really me identifying a lot with the law firm owner and the struggles that they go through. When I learned more about how a law firm operates and how the majority of law firm owners, they have a hard time delegating. They have a hard time being business owners, and CEOs, that they're lawyers. They went to school to become great lawyers, but they never learned how to run a business. And when I saw that a lot of them had a lot of struggle with truly delegating and believing that they were worthy of success and of doing so, I saw that there was a lot that they needed a lot of help. And I kind of identified myself with them. And I thought, okay, if I could do it for myself, I can also help them. And that's how it came about, the whole rebranding and focusing on the law firm space.
But your business is really successful, right? And so aren't you like working a lot of hours now? And because it is very successful, but you're always there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a good question. I've worked so much more. I think I am at a point now that I've been growing and evolving. Just to give an example. So on summertime, I took 30 days off, 100% off. I didn't do a business phone call. And I took multiple occasions with my family. And I go to the gym during the day. I work a lot when I am present. I am 100%. I travel with my team. I like traveling to events, but a lot of my work is on strategy and creating new solutions and improving what we have, improving processes, in creating a bigger, better team, in coaching my team, and increasing the team. Like, we're always hiring, we're always expanding, right? Like right now we're about 100 people internally to service 420 law firm clients through the different services that we have. But yeah, that's, but that's great. I think that's incredible that I could get to the point that I am right now. I was so far away from this like 10 years ago, right?
So like what the law firms, is there one particular area that you tend to be the most active in, meaning like with positions, or is it all over?
So we divide a law firm into 4 different areas of work: client facing, marketing, administrative, and legal. And we've identified about 80 tasks that can easily be delegated that fall within these 4 areas. And we can support any one of these tasks, and everything do what Stafi tasks specific. If you say that you want to delegate your inbox management, or if you want to delegate your intake, or if you want to delegate your accounts receivable or accounts payable, there are courses for each one of those tasks that the person that we hire, they have to get certified on, and they have to graduate with 90% or more in order to be certified, in order to be able to accomplish that task successfully. So the first step is we sit with the law firm owner or someone within the law firm, and we find out what are the things they need help with, right? And then based on that, we're going to tell them what type of profile they need, what type of background, what type of experience, but also soft skills and personality are as important as hard skills and degree, right? If you're going to put, especially, you know this more than anyone, if you're going to put someone to do sales intake, they need to be highly empathetic. They have to be great at communication. They have to love to be on the phone all day long. They have to actually feed from that. They have to have the type of personality that feeds from it. If you put someone who doesn't have those characteristics, they're going to last 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and they're going to do a bad job, because clients feel if you are happy to talk to them, they feel the smile across the line, right? And so that's why, as a psychologist, I know that soft skills and personality is key. So we are assessing, depending on which area of work they're going to be helping you the most. We're going to be making a recommendation of what type of talent you need to fulfill those expectations, or to be able to fulfill those tasks that you want to delegate. So to answer your question, we are very big in non-attorney sales, intake, very big. That's my background. I come from sales. We've talked about that. We're connected on that. And legal, a lot of paralegals, case managers, they are lawyers in their home country. That's a requirement for us to assign someone to work on legal tasks. They have to have very high attention to detail. You know, there's other soft skills and personality skills that we're casting for those roles as well. Administrative, every lawyer needs an admin. Everyone needs an admin, right? If you own a business, if not, you could be your own admin. And those are, you shouldn't be spending your time in tasks that are like below $20 an hour, pretty much. So we're very big, but we do marketing as well, I would say. But our most predominant are intake, receptionist, legal, and administrative. We also have the StaffyLive service, right? So law firms don't ever have to miss a call. So after hours, weekends, overflow, and that's a great service, especially, of course, no injury, because we go all the way to getting the retainer signed. And we are one of those services that don't charge extra for that. We see so many services out there. If you get the retainer signed, it's $250 at least or more that you have to pay. And we don't charge for that. So that's really because we want to be the owner of the business to be able to be a CEO, to not have to be worrying about things like that. And also to not ever miss a call, because missed calls are missed opportunities, right? You're there, you're looking for a law firm to help you right there at the moment. And if they don't answer, if they're not there, you're going to go to the next available option. So that happens very often, and we don't want that. So yeah, so we are providing support in pretty much all of the areas that a law firm needs support with.
Do you feel like your team are respected at law firms? At the law firm, are they respected? And also, are they respected when they're on the phone with, someone in America? Like they work at the law firm, so they're speaking maybe to prospects or clients. Do you feel like also that the prospects or clients, the phone calls they get, that they respect them?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It requires training. Okay. Training is key. You cannot the first step is to find the best available talent in Latin America. Okay. They have a degree, they have years of experience, they have the right personality. We do the vetting, the screening, we hire them. We only hire 1% of all of the talent that applies. The next step is the training. So we have a university with over 800 modules that they have to get certified on. And in what you asked is key. Like they have to feel confident enough, and that's part of the training, They have to learn to deal with objections. They have to learn to answer the phone properly. And that's obviously is already, we're going to put someone to do that already comes with the right personality, the right soft skills. So training them is going to be easier. But it does require training, absolutely. And I'll tell you more. It requires ongoing coaching as well. So that's why Stafi's methodology includes the Stafi University. They get trained, and they could be trained for up to a month before they're placed to with a law firm. And then after, the ongoing coaching, right? We have intake and sales coaches. They're there every step of the way, listening to them, listening to their calls, helping them overcome objections, checking the script that a law firm has, and being aligned with the KPIs that are expected from them, from the law firm, of them. So that's key, the ongoing coaching as well. And for example, if it's paralegals or case managers, you're going to have the legal coaches, and depending on the area of law, if it's personal injury, we're going to have the legal coaches that have years and years of personal injury experience to be able to, because you learn theory, you go to the Stafi University, okay, great, we have a awesome online university, but then it's time for real life, and you get stuck, you have questions, and we don't want those the talents to be interrupting their team every 30 minutes or every hour, or the lawyer. So we take on those questions. We only go to the law firm owner or to the team lead whenever extreme, like totally necessary, like we cannot help them. But usually the questions are, they get stuck on something and like, oh, something happened, I'm trying to collect medical documents, and then they said this or they said that, what do I do? So they get stuck, they have questions, we deal with it, and they can go on with their work, right? So it really helps increase productivity and improve the quality of their work. The ongoing coaching is so important. And Chris, you do this for a living. You know how this is important. And you get someone that is doing, I don't know, an okay job, and you turn them to do an incredible job, right? Because of your coaching, because of your training, because of your coaching. So that's what we do in-house as well.
Let me ask you this. What about the law firm? They don't always behave the way they should behave, right? So do you hold them accountable for taking care of the Stafi team and doing what they say they're going to do?
I love that. Absolutely. So we have a client success team. Our client success team, they have a combined, we have 4 client success VPs right now, and they have combined experience of over 60 years of experience with dealing with law firms, and they coached law firm owners. And what they do is like they meet. So when you start being applied, you have the onboarding call, and then you have weekly calls with our client success team, because we need to be there ensuring the onboarding is going smoothly. Onboarding is so crucial for a hire. You can have an incredible talent. If you don't have a good onboarding process, that goes down the drain. They get demotivated. There's a lot of turnover. So we have to be there to make sure to hold the law firm accountable for their portion of the onboarding, and also to do our portion of the onboarding. So we're there every week. If we have the coaches that are meeting with the staff, the remote staff regularly, right? So if there is one of the sessions, if there's something going on, if they're not being treated correctly, or there's someone in the team that is making their lives miserable, the client success team will bring that to the law firm or to the person's attention. Whoever the lead person is meeting with us, maybe it's a larger law firm, it's not the law firm owner, but is their operational of their manager, depends. But we'll bring that up to them. And absolutely, we have to make sure that people are treated fairly, not because you have to treat them just like you would treat a team member that is in the office, right? There's no reason to treat anybody differently. And I'll tell you more. If you want to build an entire, very successful remote team that is offshore, you can. And you only be able to do that if you treat them very well, and if you incorporate them 100% into your trainings, your coaching, your law firm, just like you would any other employee. Because if not, you're underutilizing the incredible talent. I mean, my entire business is with people. I think I have 5 hires in the US. We have 100 people. Everybody is like incredible talents that you can find. and you treat them. I mean, we do retreats. We bring them everybody. It's just like we would with anyone if we had a whole team in the US. So the more you do that, the more you'll be able to grow and scale your firm rapidly with remote talent from offshore, for sure.
Do you train the law firm on how to integrate the virtual team with their office team? Do you give them ideas and ways to do it? And here's, you know what I mean? Or do you just say, "You need to do this"?
No, yeah, absolutely. That's the role of the VPs of client success. So that's exactly the hand holding we do. Like, you should be doing this from the telephony, right? We help them. Okay, you want to use the US number that we provide, or we're going to incorporate them to your existing number. Okay, our IT team will help them if they need help. Providing the usernames, the passwords, just setting up those video calls, those daily calls. They are so important with key team members. So we facilitate all of that. That's why there's so much value in working with us, because it's not only, oh, here's the talent, that's it, it's on you. We go every step of the way, hand holding the client and working with them to make this a success. And that's why we have clients, they grow from 1 to like 20 representatives, right? It's not uncommon.
So, what else you want everybody to know before we say so long?
Well, about us working together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're super excited. For those of you listening, we are, we've created a solid partnership, and we're going to be, as a PI law firm, you're going to have the option of hiring your intake and non-attorney sales people that are trained on Chris Mullins methodology, and also to not only train but through the Stafi University, but continue to receive that ongoing coaching on your methodology, which is proven very successful. So we are very, very excited about launching that. We're working on it, and it should be launched in about December, January 1st, something like that.
It's an exciting, great thing. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And how can everybody get in touch with you?
Well, you can email me. It's RAQUEL at getstafi.com. So that's GETSTAFI.com. I can feel free to text me. I'll give you my cell phone, 305-744-1323. You can text me. I don't answer numbers that I don't know, but you can text me. If you heard me on this podcast, you feel free to text me. Our website is www.stafi.cc. So Stafi is STAFI.cc if you're interested in learning more about what we do.
Well, super. It's been great.
Yes. Thank you. Awesome.
All right. Well, so long, everybody. We'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.